Hare Krishna. Well, I want to talk about semantic reaction and give an example of what is semantic reaction. So let's define semantic reaction. Semantic reaction arising in the mind, responses to the words and other stimulus, something that promotes interest, activity, or enthusiasm. So that's the meaning of stimulus. Stimulus, something that promotes interest, activity, or enthusiasm. So, for example, we're preaching Krishna consciousness. So, if we say Krishna consciousness, what is your reaction to this word? That is called semantic reaction. Semantic reaction, most people, they do not know the meaning of Krishna consciousness. What does it mean? So let's define what's the proper reaction. What should be the proper reaction to Krishna consciousness? So, Krishna consciousness. What is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consciousness. What is consciousness? Can you define consciousness? So what does consciousness mean? Consciousness means awareness of Krishna. So, what is Krishna consciousness? Awareness of God, Krishna. And how is God working? What is the conclusion of Krishna consciousness? What is the conclusion? That is devotional service. Devotional service. Devotional service means service to God. So this is a little, discussion on the word semantic reaction. So let's go a little deeper into semantic reaction. So as we can see from TV, video, and these video games and all this nonsense that people do in their spare time, they have semantic reactions which they are not aware of. Say, if I say the word Hindu, you might have a semantic reaction. That semantic reaction is different from mine. So I have a different definition of Hindu. I know the proper definition of Hindu, how it originated and where it comes from. So your semantic reaction might be different, might be totally wrong, might be totally bogus. So these semantic reactions that we have in our mind need a proper definition, proper knowledge. So how can we fix this? We fix this by studying what is semantic reaction, how the mind works, how the mind comes up with definitions. So this is a very complex subject matter, semantic reaction. So this is one of the problems that most people have, psychological disorders in the mind because of semantic reactions. It's pretty simple. I say a word and you have a different definition in your head, and I mean something else which is the proper definition of what I know, but you have a reaction to the word I said, but you have a total different reaction. So let's give an example. Let's look at medicine. So if you give a person who has a panic, if you give them something that they're allergic to, they'll go in a panic. So this semantic reaction causes panic in your mind. By having this panic in your mind, you cannot, if you do not know that you are having a semantic reaction, you will not know that you are having a semantic reaction. Semantic reaction means that you don't have a proper understanding. Improper semantic reaction means that you don't have a proper understanding of a word, a disorder, a meaning of a word. So your mind comes up with some gibberish. Your mind comes up with something, okay, I think this is what Krishna consciousness means, and you basically have a wrong semantic reaction to the word. And by this, you come up with a concocted definition of what is what, and your mind is like, okay, I know what he's talking about. The end. But you actually don't know what's going on in your mind. You have an improper definition of that word. So your semantic reactions are very important in trying to understand how the mind works, how the human physiology works, and etc. So I think this video should give you an insight on what is semantic reaction, and I hope you inquire about this semantic reaction that we all have. Semantic reaction is the root cause of all our problems. Having a improper definition, defined words, improper knowledge, and all these improper ways of thinking gives rise to semantic reactions, which in turn leads to psychological disorders. People cannot think right. People are depressed because I said a word. So I hope this video gives you a little insight on semantic reaction. Haribol!